A Strange Bloonomaly. This is a quest in Bloons TD6 that recently got put into the game, so let's try and figure this one out. Let's see what this one is about. I really like playing these Tales quests because I think that they're probably one of the most fun ones in combination with these experiments actually. If you guys have played the other ones, like for example, You Dart just dropped a slimy expedition scoop style tale, these ones were no joke, and I like two things about these quests. Number one is that they give us a little bit of lore, which is always welcome, but number two is that they're actually sometimes kind of difficult, and there's a challenge to be had within them. So with that being said, let's check out this one, and the first thing I'm noticing is I'm noticing a little bit of Bloonomaly. There's a $500 reward here and then a 55 here. Why not 555 in total? Okay, we're gonna figure it out. So let's see what we have going on. Oh, it's this guy, it's the doctor. I'm glad you're here. I've been hearing strange rumors of Bloons jumping forward after being hit. Is it a phase thingy? I feel like it's a phase thingy. The initial reports have been from one of the oldest graveyards in town. Can you please get in the sending us in the graveyard? What is this gonna be? It's gonna be encrypted, I feel like. Yeah, there we go. So $2,643. That is a ridiculously exact amount of money. Alright, so rounds 10 to 60, and I don't see anything special going on these guys. I mean, oh wait a minute, look at this. Oh, look at these Bloons. I mean, there's some I don't know, some phase output going around these guys. So let's see what's gonna be happening. So and then I don't see any tower restrictions with the exception of the farm. We cannot farm on this one. So what's happening with these rounds? What is the Bloonomaly? Are we getting like the Bloons a little bit earlier than usual, or what's the catch? Oh, it's round 15. Nothing happening so far besides the phase effect onto these small Bloons. So you know what? Let me just. I was kind of trying to save up money to see if anything is gonna be happening with these rounds, but it doesn't look like it. So I'm gonna do a ninja with Oben. We're probably gonna do something like a ninja alch. I feel like that's gonna be nice. It's also a little bit like a safe strategy, right? Because you know that it's just gonna work whatever the game throws at you. So something I'm noticing is that there is no end of round cash, which means that the money we're gonna be making is a lot, you know, the amount is going to be a lot smaller than we usually make. Have you guys beaten this quest, by the way? Are you guys doing the quest? Like, how are you feeling about them? Oh, wait a minute. Look at how cool this thing looks like. Look at this phase effect on the small Bloons. Can we get this thing as a Bloon decal or whatever it's called? Not a decal, but I don't know how it's called. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about, like the Bloon skins that we're getting. Let's watch these huge waves on 36. I feel like we're going to get more of an idea of what is happening. Yeah, definitely. I think that they get, yeah, I think they speed up a little bit once they get attacked or something like that. So maybe we just need more damage. Wait a minute, when these mobs start coming out, what's gonna be happening? Are those ceramics just gonna fly through? I'm scared for the mob now. Okay, the mob isn't coming in a second, and let's see how this thing is gonna do. So I really hope that the ceramics don't speed up essentially. Let me just use the brambles. The brambles are at the back. I think that's actually kind of nice. And let's see if we're gonna get to pop this thing. I saved a bunch of cash, and I'm doing this on purpose, by the way. This is not an accident. Oh yeah, exactly, these ceramics just sped up. Okay, we need to restart this one. Okay, so first off, let's go with the usual choice, which would be a 420 alchemist. So let's see if this thing is gonna change anything. I used the brambles again. Where did these guys appear? I feel like, yeah, it's behind the alchemist. Okay, so let's see if this is gonna make any difference. The ninja is a lot stronger, and yes, it does. So the ninja was actually a great choice. And so the idea with the Spark Lord is that if we need to hook a mob, we can actually do that. So for example, I'm gonna try and attack this one and just defend it by just attacking it. And then I think if necessary, we can just hook the other one, which is always gonna be nice to have. Also, maybe like a spike factory. Is that gonna be a good idea? Can I get the spike factory in a spot which is not gonna get buffed by the alchemist? I don't think that that's possible. I would really just like to have abilities to click because that's what makes me feel safe. So let me just get the spy factory like this so we can deal with the mobs. Alright, it's round 59, and is this just gonna be a BFV? Because if it is, we can just hook it. And is that gonna be the win? Yes, it is. Okay, so that's the first island. So far we're getting a little bit of lore, and that's, I guess this is the lore of Phase, where he just, I don't know, these guys started noticing something about the Bloons jumping forward. Interesting. Some monkeys are saying it's ghosts, but I'm sure there's a perfectly good scientific explanation. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm getting strong readings outside that dilapidated, unsettling house with the eerie noises. If it's not too much, can you help me again? That's gonna be the cabin. So let's see what's going on the cabin. I saw Gwen, by the way, in the background. Let's see what we can. Oh, wait a minute. It's not the cabin. Oh, it's haunted. Okay, it's rounds 20 to 80. Do we have anything new going on in this one? No, it seems like it's gonna be the same thing. It's just gonna be fast Bloons. So as long as you defend the fast Bloons, you're probably gonna be fine. So let's just kind of work on a setup and how we want to defend this thing. We're gonna get Gwen over here, and then maybe we can go like this. Let's get a super monkey, and let's also go for a wizard. Now Gwen is gonna buff the wizard. She's gonna give it a little bit extra attack speed. We're gonna go for the melee path for the Dragon's Breath, and then this guy, I'm gonna have him as a 0-2-3. Okay, on second thought, the wizard is probably not gonna work because these Bloons, while they're coming out, they're sped up, and then once we start attacking them, they speed up even more. And the projectile speed of the Dragon's Breath is actually not that great. I don't have a problem with the super monkey, but I do have a little bit of an issue with the with the Millipede Wizard. So I was thinking of getting something that's instant, and that is, you know what's instant? It's this guy, the Spirit of the Forest. Can we afford the Spirit of the Forest? Like, how can we make some money so we can afford him a little bit faster? I think we just play the game, right? I can see how this can become a difficult quest because we're struggling a little bit. So I have a theory, and the theory is nice, but let's see if we can make it work. So I'm gonna get an alchemist for our super monkey. I'm gonna have the cocktail at the back, and I'm just hoping for the best. And I need this knockback to do a lot of work, and now the druid is gonna pick these guys up, and yes, there we go. So let me get the epic range, and then we're gonna go for a 401 alchemist because this guy is he's gonna be able to affect all 3 of these towers. So I guess the 401 is gonna be the better choice. And let me actually use the cocktail for wave number 1. Let's see if we can hold these guys down, because if we beat the first wave, I think we can beat all of them. And I saw a small balloon leak from the left side onto the right side, so we kind of held it with the druid. But yeah, so here's the thing, we can use Gwen's level 10 ability to wipe out the second wave. And now for the third wave, I was thinking we're gonna have the cocktail back, and it should be, oh my god, I'm late on the cocktail, please. It's just the druid and the super monkey. How are we doing? Yes, we defended, very good. Okay, I know it's been a couple of days, but I haven't asked you guys, how are you guys liking update 43? Have you guys kind of played through all of the new stuff? Like, what are your thoughts on it? I know that we haven't played through a bunch of stuff, and I have so many ideas for videos, so we're gonna be playing through everything, by the way. So for example, some of the changes that I want to check out is the sentry champion getting +1 damage. It went from 2 to 3 on the small sentries. I want to check that one out. I also want to check the cripple mob. Did you guys see the cripple mob? That's like a meme tower by itself. Oh, wait a minute, are we fine on this one? I feel like I want to hold on to the level 10 ability if necessary, but I think the super monkey can, yeah, there we go, we clean up. But as I was saying, the cripple mob, that thing now got an AoE attack. What? That's like a meme tower by itself, because if you guys remember what happened a couple of updates ago, it got like an extra 200 damage versus mob class Bloons, so now it literally one-shot small mobs. So now for some reason it's got an AoE, and I don't know what's happening with that tower, but it's gonna be an interesting one to try out. And also farming, oh my god, don't even get me started on the farming. You can't farm, man. These updates that they've been releasing, the past few ones, they've just been destroying the farming left, right, and center. I mean, they made so many things weaker. They made the Minneapolis weaker. They made the Wall Street more expensive. They made the Banana Central more expensive. They made Ben Wars because they switched out around levels 4 and 6. And also they nerfed him in the previous update because he used to make like $100 and $150 per round, and now they cut that thing by 20%, I feel like. It's just so many small things adding up that, you know, farming has definitely been made a lot harder than we are used to. We have 35,000, by the way, so let me just buy right on time, right on round 75. So I feel like this is just outright gonna win. But as I was saying, you know, I was kind of thinking maybe Geraldo is the new Ben. That's what I was thinking. Is Geraldo the new Ben? They made the action figure a little bit cheaper, if I recall correctly, and then the fertilizer, it restocks a lot more often. And you also get more charges for the fertilizer, but it gives a little bit less cash. It's only a 20% increase as opposed to 25 that it was. So we can test it. We're definitely going to test it out, and we're going to see how much of a difference it makes, the new ones. But yeah, so many fun things to try out in update 43, and yeah, this, and honestly, this quest is one of them. So once we got the Spirit of the Forest, I feel like this is going to be GG. And yeah, so many fun things to try out in this new update, and we're gonna have a lot of fun upcoming in the next few days. But for now, I think this is gonna be this is probably gonna be the end of this one, right? So we're gonna be this round 80 out of 80. Let's just drop the cocktail. Super Monkey is gonna go to town, and honestly, once we bought the Spirit of the Forest, this one was pretty much GG. So let's see what we have going for the next one. Goodness, this is strange. I think I almost have enough data to figure out what's going on. Okay, what's going on? You're not going to like it, but we need to go inside the house. What house? The Midnight Mansion house? Yeah, I knew it's the same house. Guys, I did a video on this. It's the same house. I even made a video on this. I'm actually gonna link the video that I made so that you guys can see it. But let's continue. I think the anomaly is originating from the inside. The readings are off the charts. Okay, let's see what's inside. Oh my god, rounds 3 to 100. Is FaZe gonna appear on these last rounds? I have a feeling that like round 100 is just not gonna be like a bad balloon. I feel like it's gonna be FaZe, but let's see what we have going on. So 30 to 100, $8,483. I don't know what's with these cash amounts, honestly. The rules are exactly the same, so a little bit more cash, starting a little bit later, and then let's try, you know, let's just keep trying different strategies. So I feel like we did the Spirit of the Forest, so maybe we can do the Copper of the Spikes. That thing's probably gonna win by itself, but this is the map that's no joke, so let's kind of figure it out. Alright, so let's start like this, I want to get a tag to get things going, and is this going to be enough? So we have a little bit of lead power with Striker Jones, but I think that he attacks super fast because he's still level 1. Well, he's actually level 3, but you guys know what I mean. So let me get an Alchemist, which is going to go like this because I only wanted to buffing the attack, and it's reverse mode, but you still don't want to be defending this bottom portion because you guys see this flame. This thing actually blocks projectiles, so I think you still want to be defending this top part. So let me just get the AMD and let's get this thing started. No, I changed my mind. That's not going to be a village up there. I'm going to go for the perma spike. I feel like we need to defend the exits versus these super fast balloons. And I feel like the perma spike is going to be just the correct tower to get for this one. So let's set it on close. And I feel like it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be definitely affecting both of the balloons coming out from the bottom and from the left side. Let's just try like this. So first things first, I'm trying to go for the deadly spikes. Let's try and get these guys first. We have a 3-2-0 Alchemist that should be fine. And then we have Striker Jones' stun. But we need to get rid of the Moab like while it's here. Because if it goes to the left side, then it's probably going to be GG. So as soon as this thing pops, we need to stun, and oh my god, that was extremely fast. But yeah, we got it done thanks to the stun of Striker Jones. And also wanted to go for the burn spike because let me just buy deadly spikes, but I wanted to get the burn spike because it synergizes really well with this thing, with Striker Jones's level 8. So towers near the hero get plus 5% range and 25% pierce, and this 25% pierce thingy, it doesn't work with a lot of towers in the game, but it works amazing with the perma spike. So yeah, we're gonna go for that one. Yeah, oh wait a minute, we're leaking. What is happening? Why are we leaking? I bought a guided magic. I shouldn't have done that, right? I should have went for like the other one. Let's actually sell it. I'm wasting so much money on nothing, but it's fine. It is what it is. Let's just get the other one, the wall of fire, just because it's gonna help, you know, stop some of these balloons. So that's gonna be nice. But man, Ninja Kiwi making sure to just be as annoying as possible in these quests. I mean, there's no spot for a village, and you kind of want to have like a big tower, you know, a big footprint tower. Look at this. It's still not enough. We're still leaking. Okay, so what do we do? Do I get like another shimmer? It's gonna be like here at the bottom, and this guy, I upgrade this bottom one to a 103 because it's gonna have the guided magic and it's gonna be able to see through this flame. I feel like that's the correct choice, right? Yeah, we have to do it. These balloons are way too fast. Let's just go like this, a 103 shimmer. Yeah, they're just not getting decameled, so let's try and decamel them from both sides. And if something leaks, I mean, it's pink balloons, so these guys are super fast. These are the fastest ones. So if we can deal with pink balloons, then we know for a fact that we can deal with all the other ones, right? Yeah, there we go. We defended all of them. Well, actually, we decameled all of them, but we're still leaking balloons. Wait, this quest is gonna be annoying. Let's see how we do on 49. I'm gonna try and save Striker Jones' ability as much as possible. So I guess if we need it for something like a Moab or something like that, I'm gonna hold it for the insides. But I really hope that we can defend the insides without just having to wait a minute. This Moab is coming from the left side. Okay, so this is probably gonna be, it's gonna be a huge test for the towers that we have. So let's just kind of watch. I'm gonna use it. I don't want to risk it. 22 lives. No, this is not gonna work. Another Moab. We're gonna need some godly timing onto the insides on this Moab. So let's try and get it actually. As soon as this thing pops, did I get it? Yes, I did. Very good, but this is not the way to play this one. So let's try and time it again. Let's hope for the best. So let's go like this, and we seem to be doing a good job so far, honestly, but this isn't the way to play this thing. So we're gonna need a solution, and the first solution is probably gonna be the tag zone, and the second one is just gonna be the perma spike, I feel like. Or is this the game in which we needed to have the Spirit of the Forest? I don't know. Oh my god, is that like a full ceramic that I just got it. It's not the tag zone, guys. It's this guy. It's the Necromancer into the Prince of Darkness, right? Right? Is this gonna be enough? I hope it is. I just bought it. Let's hope that it's enough. I mean, the bottom mob got dealt with. Let's see if this one is gonna get dealt with. I'm ready with the Striker Jones ability. I'm gonna use it. I don't want to risk it, but I feel like this is probably it, right? Because these balloons are kind of walking into the mob. So as soon as, you know, oh my god, this is so close. I can't even talk about what's happening because I'm just so concerned because this is reverse mode. So as soon as something comes out from the left side, it's just essentially the exit. So once it goes past this tag zone, it's gonna be GG. All right, so $19,000. This is really important because now we have the money for a tag zone, but the question is, do we buy the tag zone or do we save up for the Prince of Darkness? And I think that we save up for Prince of Darkness, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so let's try and go like this. Let's sell this overdrive so that we can buy the Prince of Darkness, and then the Prince of Darkness is gonna defend. Oh wait a minute, the 45 Moab. Oh no, let's just use the stun ability like right now. There we go, we defended, and I'm actually gonna do it. Let me just sell this thing. Let me buy the Prince of Darkness, and I feel like this guy is gonna be able to. Did I jinx it? Oh my god, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, so finally we deal with round 63. It was a little bit of RNG, but we have a huge problem, and that is round 63. So let me just see what's happening. So wave number 1 is defeated, wave number 2 is just leaking. So I have a plan actually for this one. All right, so let's get a perma spike. I sold both of these guys, and let's set it on a smart, and let's see if this is gonna do anything. So we can see the spike piles really clearly now, and I really hope that No, okay, so these guys are kind of jumping through, right? Is that the thing that's happening? I don't get it. Like, how are these balloons surviving? Is that the phase power that they're getting? It's still not enough. Oh my god, that was barely enough, but there's a third wave incoming. I don't think we're defending the third wave, right? Or was that all? If that was all, then we might have a shot at this. No, there's a third wave incoming. This is not happening. Can we do the thing that we did previously? And by the thing that we did previously is this. Oh my god, the money is just right. The money is just there. $235. Please tell me this is gonna work. There's also a guy at the bottom. Oh my god, am I gonna cheese this? Okay, so what do we do about the ultra late game? That is the question that we have, because this guy is probably gonna survive until free play arrives. Maybe he's gonna lose to something like, I don't know, like the 45 BFBs around 79. But up until then, we are probably fine. So what do we do about the ultra late game? I'm gonna need your guys' help right now. Let's go for the carpet spikes. This thing has the automatic ability. We can also, you know, have an extra button to click. So I feel like that's gonna be nice. And then we can also give it like an alchemist. And I don't know what to do beyond this thing. I mean, this is not like a 2-tower chimps run. I mean, it kind of, in a way, it might have some resemblance to it, but it's actually not a 2-tower chimps run. And we're gonna try and get some support towers as well. So you know, maybe these glues to slow balloons down, keep them in place. But yeah, we are gonna need the Spirit of the Forest to defend these extra rounds by itself until we get the carpet spikes. So more 45 BFBs, and the thing that we have now is actually, well, we have a couple of things. Striker Jones is really nice because he can stun these balloons and it's gonna keep them inside the vines. That's number one. Number two, it's gonna give us time to proc these passive and the active abilities of the carpet spikes, which is really important actually. But at the same time, I'm thinking, is this even gonna be enough? Because this little speed boost that they get, this is so annoying. I'm gonna be honest, this is super annoying, this little speed boost that they get. So I'm not sure if this is gonna be enough, but let's get the carpet spikes. Once we get this thing, oh my god, this makes me feel so much safer having this tower. These guys are going to down, and I feel like we have not had a close round once I bought the carpet spikes. And that might be the case in the next few rounds as well. But let's just kind of watch. Let's use the level 3. Oh my god, the way that these BFBs are coming out, it's so funny. But yeah, these guys are just going down to the balloons. So we can help them by doing a couple of things. Number one is probably going to be buying some damage amplifiers. So something like the glue storm or maybe like an Imperial Knight is going to be amazing. Number two is we can buy some slow towers. Like for example, we can buy a relentless glue, or we can buy some boomerangs. So actually we can do the both. We can just do the relentless and the boomerang combo, which is amazing. Or number three, we can just save up money as much as possible and then react to the things that are going to be happening to us. And that's the plan that I have. I just don't want to do anything for now. I just want to save some cash and then we can react to whatever the game throws at us. So let's just, you know, chill for the next few rounds, and once we see a problem, then we're going to do something about it. Yeah, look at this thing. So we're using the level 3 stun from Striker Jones, which is really super fast on its cooldown. It's 11 seconds. Is it 11 by the way? What is his level? Yeah, he's level 20. Oh my god, it's 11 seconds. Yeah, this thing is super fast. This is the second fastest ability in the game, by the way, and it is just keeping these UMGs in place. It's keeping them inside the vines, but more importantly, that just buys so much time for the Copper Spike's ability to go down on them. And that's probably the best choice that I've made, honestly. You know, the early game was so wacky. It was so bad, the early game, and we're barely surviving. We like something like an overdrive, and we bought like these, I don't know, like shimmers onto the sides. But this is so much better. We should have went for the Spike Storm, I think, just so much early on. So look at this, round 96, a bunch of UMGs incoming, and I'm just gonna keep using the stun ability onto these guys. It automatically defaults to strong, so you don't have to worry about anything. I'm gonna use the active ability as well, but you can just spam this ability. The small balloons are gonna get eaten up, and then eventually the big ones. They're spending a lot of times in the vines, and then it is just Carpet Spikes after Carpet Spikes ability getting thrown at these guys. And yeah, this is exactly how you want to do it, I think. Let me make sure I don't jinx it, by the way, because there's a huge wave. I mean, we dealt a lot of damage, but there's also some ZMG still surviving, so let's just kind of chill and let's see. Do we have this thing? Yeah, we do. Okay, so that's amazing. $42,000. Let's deal with these next few rounds. So number one, I want to do I want to get a mortar, a Shadow Shells mortar actually, because round 98 is upcoming, and I don't want to have to deal with all those 45 ones because we know that we suck versus 45s. So that's going to be round 97 ending. We have $30,000, and I'm going to set the mortar targeting like this. It's decamoing these guys as soon as they come out, and once the ZMGs start coming out, actually, you know what I want to do? I want to do this. I want to get a Moab glue on both sides. I'm going to have both of these guys like this. They're gonna be 0-2-3s, and I'm just gonna keep using the Striker Jones stun ability. So all of these guys are gonna get kept in place with $20,000 if we need to react with something, but so far so good, I think. Let me use the active ability as well, because why not? And yeah, look at everything happening. So all these guys getting stunned and they can barely move. So they can move just a little bit. They're getting slowed by the glues, and then once they move, it's just boom. It's another stun from Striker Jones. Yeah, this is exactly how I want to do this quest. This is so annoying, but once you kind of get the hang of it, right, it's just figuring out what you need to do. And then these, you know, these are the towers. I mean, we used the Spirit of the Force in the previous one, and it felt a little bit like cheese, and honestly, it does feel really nice in this quest. So yeah, if you guys haven't done this, this is probably the way to do it. There it is. That's the entire round 98 that barely even made it up the stairs. Is it even gonna make it up the stairs? I'm not even sure. Yeah, they're not even gonna make it up the stairs. That's how good our setup is. So this is just gonna be round 99, which with a bunch of, I was gonna say 45 deities, but we have some monkey knowledge that D45s the 45 deities. So the more it's just doing the Lord's work at this point. And it's just a bad. I thought it was gonna like, I thought there was going to be phase, honestly, in this one. So let me get a Glue Storm, which actually does affect the bad balloon. It synergizes really well with the towers that we have. So let me use the Glue Storm ability. I'm going to use the active one, and this thing is going to pop in a second. And you guys know what we're going to do. We're just going to keep stunning this thing in place. And we're going to get our passive ability from the Spike Storm. Are we? Did I say it? I think I said it a little bit too fast. But it wasn't necessary. And that's going to be it. That's going to be the quest, right? Yeah, thank you for all the data. So that was what this quest was about. It was just a bunch of data. It seems to be a dimensional rift causing these balloons to behave weirdly. Almost like they're from another universe. Yeah. Oh, it's bugging out a little bit. But let's get our rewards first. And let's see what this guy's saying. And I'm getting the same readings as FaZe. Very strange. Oh, wait a minute. So we know who FaZe is. We'll have to run more tests another time. I told him it wasn't Ghost. Yeah, it wasn't Ghost. It wasn't Ghost. But that's gonna be it for this one. A Strange Bloonomaly, a really fun quest, and it was a little bit challenging, but once you kind of figure out what you're supposed to be doing, then, you know, it gets a little bit easy. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see you on the next one.